Self-help groups. It is the most important topic. Rural development is doubtless the main pillar of India's progress is rural development. It has lagged behind in many aspects of development even after 6 decades of independence. Rural and urban India accounts for 40% and 23.62% of people who are below the poverty line respectively. The rural masses still depend on non-institutional credit agencies for their financial needs such as marriage, illness, and then buying productive assets, consumption. Although the formal credit system is present widely in rural India, it would not overcome poverty and raise the economic status of the poorest of society. So there came the concept of self-help promotion has emerged as a new concept for combating poverty. Evolution of self-help groups. Microfinance, which was started approximately 35 years ago with the origination of the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh by the Professor Muhammad Yunus, an economist of Chittagong University, who later won the Nobel Prize for Peace in 2006. The UN Year of Microcredit in 2005 was a turning point for microfinance as the private sector banks began to keener interest in it. Muhammad Yunus has worked extensively to spread this concept around the world. Today, microfinance is widely accepted as a magical and miracle cure for eradication of poverty. So, what is SHGs? Self-help groups are formed informal association of people who choose to come together to find ways in order to improve their living conditions, to improve their standard of living. They are small groups of poor people. The members of an SHG face similar problems. They help each other to solve their problems. We all know why SHGs are formed, because various villages face numerous problems which are related to poverty, illiteracy, and then lack of skills, lack of credit. These problems cannot be tackled at an individual level and need more people to help them. It can be defined as self-governed, which is controlled information group of people with similar socio-economic background and having a desire to collectively perform common purpose. We move on to the objectives of self-help groups. The objective is women empowerment, focusing on empowerment of women, and then saving from exploitation, then capacity building, then creation of saving culture, creating the habit of savings in the minds of the people who are economically backward, and then promoting women entrepreneurship. Then more important is creating awareness and then elevation of economic standard, skill development, and also credit linkages, awareness about problems which are existing in the country and how to tackle those problems, and then common interest, identifying the common interest of the group members and carrying out their operations in the most efficient and economic way. Then removal of barriers, cross all social and economic barriers, enabling the members to cross all these barriers. Then human rights promotion and protection, promising and ensuring human rights to women at all stages of their life cycle, which is more important. So all these objectives will help the women entrepreneur to do their job in a better way. Then the features of self-help groups. First feature is the motto of groups. Motto in the sense, what is the motto of every group member? What is their ambition? What goal they have to reach? They wanted to reach. The motto of every group member should be savings first, credit later. Then homogeneity. Self-help group is homogeneous in terms of economic status. Then size of the group. The ideal size of a self-help group ranges between 10 and 20 members. Then registration. The groups need not be registered. Then group mechanism. Groups are non-political voluntary association and follow a democratic culture. Then restriction of membership from household. Each group should consist of only one member from one family. Then unisex group formation. A group is to be formed with only men or only with women. Then conducting meetings. SHGs hold weekly meetings mostly during non-working hours, and full attendance is made mandatory for better participation in the program. Then transparency in operation. The groups have transparency among themselves, and they have collective accountability in respect of financial transactions. Then we have flexibility, which is most important in each and every business. Flexibility, the groups evolve a flexible cycle of operations, often with the help of NGOs, and manage their common pooled resources in an independent manner. Then platform for interaction. Interaction is more important in every business. Every group provides a platform to members for exchange of ideas, views, and their thoughts and information inputs. Then we have the formation of self-help groups. First one is identification of potential villagers. In formation of self-help groups, self-help group is a small informal association which is created for the purpose of enabling members to economically benefit out of mutual help and then joint responsibility. The benefits include mobilization of savings and credit facilities for the enterprise to do well. Then the group-based approach not only enables the poor to accumulate capital by way of small savings, but also helps them to overcome the problem of collateral security and thus free them from the money lenders. The process of group formation involves a sequence of assignment. The first one is identification of potential villagers. Potential villagers have to be shortlisted first. Some criteria like infrastructure facility, and then mortality rates, and then smaller holdings, existence of money lenders, and intensity of exploitation. Then we have size of membership, may consist of 10 to 20 members. And then restrictions with respect to membership. All members of the SHG should belong to families below the poverty line, and there should be only one member from one family. Then restriction on number of membership. A person can be a member only in one group. Then we have formulation of norms for group administration. Formulate the management norms by conducting regular meetings weekly. Then we have a preparation of agenda for meeting. The group should draw up a meeting, and discussion should be as per the meeting schedule. Then establishment of group corpus fund. The members should build the group corpus fund by collecting the minimum voluntary saving amount from all the members regularly in the group meetings. Then we have Demarcation of uses of group corpus fund should be used to lend loans to the members by practicing financial management norms. Then formulation of nitty-gritty of loan disbursement, loan repayment schedules, rate of interest for loan as advanced or decided by the group members in the group meeting. Then we have operation of group account. The group should operate a group account to deposit the surplus amount after loan disbursement to its members. It should be operated jointly by two authorized representatives of the group as far as withdrawal is concerned. Then maintenance of records of the group, basic records such as minutes book, and then attendance register, loan ledger, then general ledger, cash book, bank passbook, and individual passbook should be maintained in that group. The aim of SHGs are to build mutual trust and confidence between the bankers and the rural poor people, and to encourage banking activities in a segment of the population in which formal financial institutions felt difficult to cover. Then regular skill development training programs, better packaging, standardization of ingredients, and then pricing, and to develop marketing skills, habit of raising loans, home savings, discipline among themselves, social welfare programs, to conduct more programs, then multiple roles of women and poverty alleviation programs. Then the concept of self-monitoring has been introduced by SHGs in a phased manner with the aim to make women totally own their movement and institutionalize its sustainability through networking. Then to educate their own members, create self-confidence and self-reliance, and also to cut across social barriers. With this aims, today the SHGs are the largest microfinance program in the world, which empowers rural women, can reduce poverty. The functioning of SHGs, developing and enhancing the decision-making capacity of members, increasing the general awareness among members, and then equipping the poor with basic skills for understanding monetary transactions, then maintaining books and registers to ensure proper accounts, providing necessary training in the chosen field, then submitting the accounts for annual audit by a qualified auditor, deciding on amount of internal loan and rate of interest. The SHGs create the common fund by contributing their small savings. Every member of the group actively participate in the functioning of SHGs, and they meet regularly. Their accounts and proceedings are maintained by the leader, and the leader is selected, or we can say elected, among the group members. Amount of loans are small and for only a short period. Loan is sanctioned on trust with minimum documentation and without any security. The rate of interest differs from group to group. Depends upon the group members. The decision will be taken. It is generally little higher than that of charged by banks. Repayment on loan is generally on time. In general, the SHGs function on the principle of the 5 Ps, according to Rajendran 1998. They are first one, propagator of voluntarism, and then practitioner of mutual help, provider of timely emergency loan, promoter of thrift and savings, then purveyor of credit. These are some of the functions, some of the principles of which is called as Ps, 5 Ps. These are the principles which are followed in SHGs. Then we move on to the benefits of SHGs. The benefit or social integrity. SHGs encourages collectively efforts for combating practices like dowry, etc. And then we have gender equity. SHGs empowers women and make them to rule whatever the work they are doing, and to become a leadership skill among them. They create a leadership skill among themselves. Then pressure groups, they participate in governance process, enables them to highlight issues which are mainly for the welfare of the people who are affected in issues such as dowry and alcoholism, so primary healthcare, etc., and impact policy decisions. Voice to marginalized section. Most of the beneficiaries of government schemes have been from weaker and marginalized communities, and hence their participation through SHGs ensures social justice. Then we have financial inclusion, priority sector lending norms and assurance of returns, incentives banks to lend to SHGs, improving the efficiency of government schemes and reducing corruption through social audits. Changes in consumption pattern. It has enabled the participating household to spend more on education, food and health than non-client household. Then impact on housing and health. In that we have the financial inclusion attained through SHGs has led to reduced child mortality, and then improved maternal health and the ability of the poor to combat disease through better nutrition, by availing better nutrition, housing and health, especially among women and children. Banking literacy. It encourages and motivates its members to save and act as a conduct for formal banking services and to reach them effectively. The opportunities of SHGs appear to be instrumental in rural poverty alleviation, and then economic empowerment through SHGs provides women the confidence for participating in decision-making affairs at the household level as well as the community level. Then we move on to the challenges in SHGs. Lack of knowledge and lack of knowledge and proper orientation among SHG members to take up suitable and profitable livelihood options. Then lack of rural banking facilities. Then sustainability and the quality of operations of the SHGs have been a matter of considerable debate. No security. The SHGs work on mutual trust and confidence of the members. The deposits of the SHGs are not secured or safe. We already know the working of SHGs. Let us have a view about it. Group formation and meetings, group savings, group common funds, then rotation of group funds, books and registers, or maintain training, annual auditing. So we can come to a conclusion. The empowerment of women through SHG provides benefit not only to individual women but also for the family and community as a whole, right? Then a number of SHGs have taken part in the implementation of various welfare and the development programs of the government, and are increasingly addressing various social issues. So altogether, the government should encourage and create awareness about utilizing the provisions provided by this program, and on a whole, there is a significant upward mobility of SHG women's status and roles when compared to before joining the SHG. Next topic is financial inclusion. It is the process of ensuring access to appropriate financial products and services needed by all sections of the society, in general and vulnerable groups such as weaker sections and low income groups in particular at an affordable cost in a fair and transparent manner by mainstream institutional players. We can say the objective is to strive to achieve more inclusive growth by making financing available to the poor in particular. We move on to the background. Reserve Bank of India set up the CONC Commission in 2004 to look into financial inclusion. In January 2006, the Reserve Bank permitted commercial banks to make use of the services of non-governmental organizations like NGOs, SHGs, microfinance institutions, and other civil society organizations as intermediaries for providing financial and banking services. The Reserve Bank of India's vision for 2020 is to open nearly 600 million new customers' accounts and service them through a variety of channels of leveraging on IT. Various factors which are affecting access to financial services. They are psychological and cultural barriers. Many people they aren't willingly excluded themselves due to psychological barriers, and they may think that they are excluded from accessing financial services. Then legal identity. Then we have level of income. Low income people generally will think that banks are only for the rich people. Then we have limited literacy, lack of financial literacy and basic education prevent people to have access to financial services. Financial literacy involves encouraging people to use various financial products such as agents like NGOs, non-profit organizations. Steps taken by government and RBI for financial inclusion. RBI has initiated several measures. First one is opening of no frills account. Basic banking no frills account is with nil or very low minimum balance. Then we have relaxation on know your customer KYC norms. Then we have engaging business correspondents BCs. In January 2006, RBI permitted banks to engage BFs and BCs as intermediaries for providing financial and banking services. We have use of technology, then opening of branches in unbanked rural centers, then ensuring reasonableness of bank charges, then general credit cards. We have Kisan credit cards, KCCs, for these all for the welfare of the public and to develop their financial inclusion. Then we move on to Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojana PMJDY. It is a very important question. It is a very most important as well as very interesting for the students. The scheme PMJDY is one of the biggest financial inclusions initiative in the world. It was by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi on 15 August 2014, and a mega launch was done by him on 28 August 2014 across the country. More than 70,000 account opening camps were held all over the country. The target of opening one account per household was to achieve by 20 January 2015. More than 17.5 crore accounts have been opened. The scheme was started with the aim of providing universal access to banking facilities, starting with basic savings account with an overdraft up to rupees 5,000, subject to successful operation of savings account for 6 months. The scheme details are Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is national mission for financial inclusion to ensure access to financial services like banking, savings and deposit accounts, remittance, credit and also insurance, pension in an affordable manner. That is more important here. Account can be opened in any bank branch or business correspondence outlet. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts are being opened with zero balance. The objective of launching the scheme is to empower the poor and the small by offering them choice and to give them more opportunity. The scheme has been started with a target to provide universal access to banking facilities, starting with basic savings bank account with an overdraft up to 5,000, as I already said, subject to satisfactory operation in the account for 6 months, and RuPay debit card with inbuilt accident insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh, and also providing social security schemes like Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, and then Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. So all these schemes are very excellent scheme for the welfare of the people. Scheme financial inclusion of every individual who do not have bank account is to be achieved. Then this scheme ensure financial access to everyone who was not able to get benefits of any other finance related government schemes. These financial services include banking, as we already said, savings and deposit accounts. Special benefits under this scheme are interest on deposit, accidental insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh, no minimum balance required. The scheme provides life cover of rupees 30,000 payable on death of the beneficiary, subject to fulfillment of certain eligibility conditions. And then easy transfer of money across India. Then beneficiaries of government scheme will get direct benefit transfer in these accounts. And then access to pension, insurance product. Then we have after satisfactory operation of the account for 6 months, and overdraft facility will be permitted to this type of account. Overdraft facility up to rupees 5,000 is available in only one account per household, preferably a lady of the household. The claim under personal accident insurance shall be payable if the RuPay card holder have performed minimum one successful financial or non-financial customer induced transaction at any bank branch, ATM, POS, and then e-com, etc. Channel both intra and interbank, that is honors bank customer RuPay card holder transacting at same bank channels, and offers bank customer RuPay card holder transacting at other bank channels. So these are the honors and offers. Within 90 days prior to date of accident, including accident date, will be included as eligible transaction under the RuPay insurance program. Achievements, milestone achieved under this scheme are banks have opened 17.74 crore accounts under this scheme with a deposit of more than rupees 22,000 crores. Aadhaar has been seeded in 41.82% of accounts opened under this scheme. Then 1.26 lakh bank mitras have been deployed with the online services capable of eKYC based account opening and interoperative payment facility. The pillars of this scheme 2014-15 are: the country was to be divided into sub-service areas, SSA. Each SSA will have around 1,000 to 1,000 household. Each household will have a banks within 5-kilometer distance. Even minors of 10 years and above are eligible for opening accounts. This to be highlighted. And then account holders are given RuPay debit card which entitles them to rupees 1 lakh accident cover per account for account opened before 20th Jan 2015. Additional insurance cover of rupees 30,000 is also provided. Other three pillars of 2015 and 2018 are Credit guarantee fund is provided to cover losses in overdraft facility. If a JDY account holder wants, he can buy micro insurance products. All subsidies will be routed through Jandan account beneficiaries under the Bhavana Minan Yojana. Unorganized workers can get national pension through Jandan account. So altogether, we come into a conclusion that this financial inclusion campaign was launched by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, on 28th August 2014. In this scheme, financial inclusion of every individual who do not have bank account is to be achieved. The main purpose of this scheme is to connect every individual with the bank and provide all the facilities of the government to the weaker sector of the society. That is more important here. Then through this scheme, the secondary objective of government is to know about the money in the economy.